set to review how madrasas are functioning in the state. The state primary education minister, B C Nagesh, has set a 15-day deadline to the Education Expert Committee to submit a complete study report on madrasas in Karnataka. Once the report is in, the government will finalize its next course of action. The scrutiny of madrasas come after the Education Department received several complaints regarding the education system in madrasas. The Islamic education institutes are being accused of ignoring guidelines on including science and mathematics in their syllabus. They are allegedly not allowing Education Department officials inside to evaluate their education system. Amid all of these questions, there will be in fact a detailed study, a committee that will submit a report on how these madrasas are functioning, what their syllabus is like, and whether they are following the necessary guidelines. Our months to go for elections in Karnataka. This no doubt is going to become a big political talking point. Now, this scrutiny of madrasas is coming after the Education Department received several complaints that guidelines about the syllabus, the likes of including science and mathematics in the education system and the syllabus, is not being followed by some madrasas in the state. It is to weed out this kind of lack of following of guidelines that you're seeing this step being taken currently by the Karnataka government. It's the Primary Education Minister, B C Nagesh, who's given a 15-day deadline now. Mr. B C Nagesh is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Nagesh, good morning. What's prompted you, sir, to seek this report in a matter of 15 days on the madrasas in Karnataka?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Nagesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I did not hear your question.
Mr. Nagesh, my question to you is what prompted you as Minister, sir, to go ahead and demand that this report on madrasas be submitted to you within 15 days?
See, I will be regularly doing the review meetings. I have taken the review of all departments, whether it may be high schools, colleges, Adarsha schools, about library, but you doesn't concentrate on such review. When we take review on Madrasa, I come on that. What we are, because there was a several complaint about Madrasa, the teaching pattern in Madrasa, and even the parents were coming and complaining me that there is no science and math education in our school. We don't know whether they does it or not. But we want to know whether what are the complaints are genuine or false, and whether how the schools are running, what are the teaching methods in Madrasa. We want to take stock of the situation. So we have said our officials to visit Madrasa, have a first-hand information from them, and give me.
So, Mr. Nagesh, then will every madrasa in Karnataka be looked into? Will there be, a submission of the report on every madrasa? And again, sir, if you could highlight what exactly are the allegations right now about, the guidelines not being followed in these madrasas. You gave us one example of some of the syllabus directives not being followed.
First information they are taking is what is the real situation in Madrasa. Without any prejudice, we want to know what is the teaching method in Madrasa, what are the subjects they have been taught. If they
Mr. Nagesh, apologies. We'll reconnect with you. We're having a bit of a problem with your audio there. Let me take this across to Sagai Raj in the meanwhile, who's reporting from Bengaluru. Sagai, this no doubt is going to lead to a lot of political war of words as well, because the opposition is going to question why madrasas are particularly being targeted.
Absolutely, and this is not the first time that the education minister is talking about madrasas. Even when Yogi in Uttar Pradesh was trying to revamp madrasas, at that point of time he has spoken that yes, if time comes, we will try to do that even in Karnataka. So now everything has come in place where they have conducted a meeting and they have formed a special committee where they will go ahead and study on all madrasas, how will they function and what are the systematic thing which is being followed. And what you also get to learn is in this particular meeting, all these experts have a complaint to the minister stating that whenever they try to visit any madrasas to review the school system, they are not being allowed to enter inside the school premises. There are restrictions for them. So now there
Sagai,
is
my apologies for interrupting, but Mr. Nagesh is back with us on the phone line. Mr. Nagesh, apologies. We had a bit of a problem with your audio there, but you were giving us details, sir, about what are the allegations that have come to the fore, that have come to your notice against these madrasas.
Some parents have complained that the schools doesn't teach science and math. Some schools doesn't teach us English. So their parents feel that their children will not be able to compete with the other students. And as you know, that Right to Education Act clearly says that it is the responsibility of the government to see a scientific temperament, to develop the scientific development among the students. So, as someone was saying here, I heard that there are many mothers who were not allowing our teachers also, so we did not have a first-hand information. And we have asked our officers to take first-hand information. If everything is right, there is no problem. If the children doesn't get the right education there, it is our responsibility to see that right education has to be given.
Sir, what kind of action could be taken? If there are violations found in these madrasas, will they then be shut down?
If everything is right according to the education, they will not take action at all. Why do you feel that the madrasas are not running properly?
No, sir, I'm asking if. If the report comes and brings to your notice some discrepancies.
Less report comes, I will have a meeting after that.
Okay.
And we will decide.
All right. Mr. B C Nagesh, thank you for joining us here on India Today.